I don't know which I hate more, Pi Day or May the 4th be with you. I was like, oh, man, should we do this question or not? I don't know. Oh, man. But we are doing it. We are doing it.
I love pie.
I love pie also. This is a pie question.
Never get enough pie.
I agree.
People keep pushing the cake. The cake lobbyists out there.
You're a pie over cake man.
I think I am.
Pie.
You heard me.
Over cake.
I don't chew my pie twice.
That is, I'm surprised.
Fruit pie?
Any kind of pie.
You
Cream
do.
pie, fruit pie.
Chocolate.
Yes.
Are you an a la mode man?
At times, if it's warmed, the pie.
I like a chocolate chess pie. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge chess fan.
Oh, really?
It's all right. I know you love it.
I do love
It's
it.
mostly just chocolate goo, right?
It is. That's what I love chocolate goo. Well, I make brownies.
Easy. Manipulate that.
I love chocolate goo.
That's going to end up on the internet later today.
That's what's caused my background issue.
What do they call that when somebody audio samples you and then fixes it to
Deep fake?
Deep
Deep
fake. I love chocolate goo. Oh, they deep faked. No, he actually said that.
He said it.
There's no way.
Man, they manipulated.
I'm a goo man.
They manipulated his voice.
Not with you, baby.
No, it's all out there. It's all real. How about this, Dave? Now, what do you think? I have changed my answer on this. Are there more doors in the world or more wheels in the world?
Well, I've thought on this for a minute. I'm trying to do the math on doors and wheels and how they are sometimes thrown together.
Yeah.
Well, transportation such
I
as.
saw the question pop up. First place I saw it was on Barstool, and then it just started snowballing. It was on ESPN, and now it's all over Twitter. It's everywhere.
Are there more doors? And let me tell you, first I thought doors because houses or office building have so many doors. But then I thought, well, wait a minute now.
Wait a minute.
Cars have at least 4 wheels. Every single car, truck, buses, 18-wheelers. And, then I thought, and there are little toy cars that all have wheels. Like, wait a minute.
Do they have doors?
Okay, they do. That's the thing. I just thought. So
if you look at office buildings, look at all the doors that are there. Bathrooms, bathroom stalls.
Yes.
Look at the chairs we're sitting on. Biggie accepted. Biggie don't twist.
Right.
He don't roll.
These have wheels. They have wheels.
Every chair has multiple wheels.
I didn't even think about those.
But think about a big airplane. How many doors are on a big old jet airliner? You got
not as many as you think.
You've got tires on that.
You
got the door to the cockpit. You got the doors to the bathroom. You got the
Well,
doors
that's
going
true,
in
the
and out.
interior doors.
You've got the cabinet doors.
Those
are doors.
Those are doors. You think cabinet doors?
You think the overhead bin counts?
as a door?
It's a door. It's on hinges.
And so you think a kitchen
have a handle.
cabinet, that's a door. That's a door that you, because a house would have it. God, now I'm back on doors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does the door need a handle or like a push door? Like to me, like an overhead bin is not quite the same. That's storage.
Got a handle just like this door does.
Yeah,
but it's different.
Is that a door? That's more of a.
What do you call it?
The door.
It's a bin.
It's a well. The thing is a bin, but what keeps it closed? I don't know if that's a door.
I thought a door was defined as having hinges.
Oh, maybe you're right. Casey, you're talking about doors or wheels. Which are there more of in the world? This is the latest stupid internet debate. Go ahead.
The biggest argument that I have is think about how many Hot Wheels and Legos make things with wheels compared to doors.
That is true. All the toy cars all have wheels.
They all have doors.
Do the toy cars have doors as well, though?
Are they operational or are they just painted on?
Some are just painted.
They don't all work.
That's right.
That's correct.
And even if you most of them are two-door though, and the wheels there's 4 of them. You know, so it would outnumber.
Not if it's a semi-truck.
I know what a semi-truck is. Sort of. Thank you, Casey.
It's got 18 wheels.
I appreciate it. I don't know. That is because at first when you said doors, I thought just doors to go into a room, but there are so many
doors.
kinds of doors.
You have to define a door too. A wheel, we know what a wheel is.
Yeah.
But a door is a hood on a car a door?
I don't think
In my
so.
opinion, no.
I don't agree. I don't think it is either. I mean, a car has, if you've got a 4-door car, I think you've got 4 doors.
What about the door to the back of a semi-truck that you open up and raise up? Is that a door?
I don't know about that either. I'm not sure of that. But you know what? I didn't count with the wheels like Chris Dempsey on the chairs. I just thought cars at first. But we're in this room, there are 20 wheels.
Yeah.
You know, and only 2 doors. I don't know. It's a tough one.
It's because the thing is that you can have a door as a door by itself.
Yeah.
Rarely do you have one wheel.
That's true.
You always have at least 2 wheels on something.
Unless you're a unicycle man.
If
Or
you're
wheelbarrow guy.
That's it.
and then you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Or that doing your ab work with
Okay.
The wheel guy.
I was going to say, I do my ab work on
Ab
a wheel,
roller.
on a wheel ab roller. Counts.
But if you go to like a port where like a state port where they have ships, those things use big wheels to move those the cranes and
that's true.
Ferris wheels. Sometimes they use big tires on the side to move stuff. I mean, there's tires, wheels.
Yeah,
there's wheels.
There's a pointless debate going on here. Bud, wheels or doors? Which have more in the world, wheels or doors?
Well, if you think about like Amazon and their packaging plant, where they have the huge conveyor belts that are just millions of little bitty wheels that shoots packages down.
That's true. Are those considered wheels?
Those conveyor.
They move the belts.
They do. They move the belt. They're wheels.
I mean, they're wheels.
That's true.
They're round and they spin.
About that. There's so many. Thank you, Bud. There's so many different things you don't even think of. You just said Ferris wheel. That's a wheel.
That's a wheel.
Oh my God! Bring this up next time you're have an edible.
Oh my God! You blow a mind. Your head will explode.
I'll tell you.
You'll never leave the beach.
You will never will come in.
Yeah.
I'm going to
seagulls will poop on you.
Do that. I'm going to do that.
Terrible idea. You'll never leave the beach.
You start drawing figures in the sand.
You're right.
Doing math in the sand.
Wheels and doors.
Your trash can has 2 wheels.
Oh, you're right. And my recycling has 2. God, you're right. There's 4 right there.
Your grill has 4 wheels.
It does. But there are so many doors. I mean, there are, I don't know. It's a tough one. Chris, you're talking about wheels or doors? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what if it was a Matrix situation? There's exactly as many doors as there are wheels.
Wow. Wow. You just blew my mind. I'm going to say that on the beach. Boom. I'm going to end it with that. I'm going to say it's tie. It's the exact same number.
Let's go get pizza.
But wheels were here first, yeah?
Yes.
Before doors?
Before doors?
Don't you think
That's
man
one of the simplest
invented
tools, right?
a wheel first?
I do think
privacy.
I think wheel was first.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
you
security.
Yeah. You just pushed the thatch out of the way to get in your house. You didn't have a door.
That's right. You rolled the wheel.
And you rolled the wheel in.
I think you're right. I'm going to say wheels. I was on wheels first, then doors, and now I'm back on wheels. Nate, you're talking about wheels versus doors. The debate is, which are there more of in the world? Go ahead.
Hey, so I think it's definitely wheels, because if you think about it like this, I guess if you just look at it in terms of vehicles and buildings in the world, take my house, for instance. Yeah. My house was built in 1995, and say your Acura was built in 95. They haven't built another one of my houses since then, but every single year they build a car, a new model, and those cars still exist for the most part.
That's true.
And just in terms of manufacturing, they manufacture millions and millions of more cars, and there's really not that much of a house built every year.
That's true. That's a good point. There are more and more, and the cars basically stay on the road for like 20 years. I mean, most of them, a lot of them. That's well said. I think that's probably true. Thank you, Nate. And that's just cars. We're not even considering the little toy car and the conveyor
what about
belt
these buildings in Dubai that are built?
Well, and
that are the tallest buildings ever, and there's how many doors are in there that you don't even see.
When you think about this radio station, okay, let's say the full staff comes in for a meeting. There's like 40 people here, so there's 35 cars in the parking lot. Then how many? There'd be more wheels than doors, right? Of course, all the cars have doors, but they all have 4 wheels. And then in here, I mean, there's office doors everywhere. There's stall doors. There are bathroom doors.
Closet doors, janitorial closets.
Yes, there's everything.
Electrical closets.
But a lot of our chairs have wheels on them. That is a tough call. I think it's wheels. What do you think, Dave? You thinking wheels?
My wheels are spinning right now, trying to figure it out, and I can't do it.
It's really a tough call. I'm with you on that. I just can't tell. A lot of people are calling on it, by the way. A lot of people want to weigh in on it.
I think wheels win just because they're older.
And then head start.
They just got a little head start.
But wheels made it. Yeah, wheels made it way more easy.
And wheels made doors happen. Kind of.
You think so?
They had to have a wheel to to build the pyramids.
I guess you're right. There's speaking of this about wheels and doors, I guess and this is the second time we've heard of this happening fairly recently here. There was a reporter named Greg Kang. He works for KTLA in Los Angeles, local news, was doing a report on hit-and-run collisions in South Los Angeles. And while he was doing a report on a hit-and-run that had taken place earlier, there was another car crash that happened behind him.
You see Hoover Street here. Officials say it's one of the most dangerous streets in all of Los Angeles. And now...
What the?
The squealing.
He laughed.
Did you hear the horn?
Yeah, I did. There's no...
How long was that driver on the horn?
Well, a long time, didn't it? I know. And then the guy drives away.
Street here, officials say it's one of the most dangerous streets in all of Los Angeles. And now...
What the?
It's all that screeching. Sounds like NASCAR.
It takes forever to get there. I know. That no injuries in this wreck. One person did squeal away, as you heard.
I heard it.
No injuries. And apparently that is an area where there's been a ton of hit and runs. And that's why he was there.
It looked kind of like a T intersection, but I couldn't get a good look at where he was standing.
Crazy. I mean, that is I think there was a woman in Memphis in front of a hospital that happened to 6 months ago. Same thing. She was there covering something completely different, COVID or something. And there was a big crash behind her, too. Very, very
Yeah, when you see an accident, that I think I told you, I took a different route home from the grocery store about a month and a half ago, and I saw one. Somebody traveling in my direction, I was in the right-hand lane of a 2-lane road. Whoever that driver was, man or woman, I'm not sure, was in the left-hand lane and went way too fast. Right. I saw the red light. That driver didn't, and smashed into somebody turning left. God. And there's always like a moment where you're like, this can't be happening. And then it does. And then you see the sheet metal.
Oh, it's terrible.
Collide.
It is terrible. When you do see
it's
a wreck,
so surreal.
and you hear that sound, it just sounds.
It ruins your day.
Sounds awful.
It ruins your week.
In every possible.
It ruins your car.
Yeah, it certainly does. There's another question today. Chris Demm, we covered this story on Friday, but Chris Demm said to me earlier today, did you cover Pat Sajak being rude last week? And I said, yes, we covered it. And Chris Demm said, was Pat Sajak rude? And I said, yes, he was. But Dave didn't agree with that. Dave and Biggie thought he wasn't that rude. I'm going to play it for you.
Okay. I've not heard this clip.
In fact, it was 3-on-1. BB Shea was in here. And BB Shea, Biggie, and Dave were all against me. I thought Pat Sajak was rude to this contestant, but they all thought, no, he deserves this. Yep. It was during the interview portion of it. And so they were talking to the guy, and he's like, hey, where are you from, all this kind of stuff. And then they get to his little story.
Why am I mentioning this? But it's on your car. You had your big toe chopped off. Why are you telling this?
Yeah, it's important to know that when I was 12 years old, I was riding a 10-speed bike with flip-flops, and I fell and completely cut off the top of my toe. And the next car that came by were 2 paramedics that were on their way to their job, and they said, it's just a laceration, but I didn't know what that was, so it freaked me out even more. And my toe is reattached, and I just want to say thank you to them 30 years later. Thank you.
That may have been the most pointless story ever told.
I said to that, that's rude, because I thought it was an intriguing story, and he wanted to say thank you to the paramedics.
Well, it's not the time or place for that story.
But it's on his car. I know how they select those stories.
Yes.
Biggie was asking this when you weren't here the other day. I was on Wheel of Fortune.
What's your interesting fact?
What's your interesting fact? Well, I put down 3 things, one of which was that I was on a morning radio show. The second was that I color code my months. And then I forget the third.
That was a whole... The color coding the months was an offshoot. No. That was a segment unto itself.
About that. You say Chris Demm knew.
Yeah. I said it was psychotic.
It is, but I'd put it out of my mind.
Yeah.
Because you don't have calendars anymore.
By the way, we're in green.
We're in green right now. This is green.
Is it green 14?
It is green.
Headed towards lavender.
Lavender's May.
Oh, sorry.
April is yellow.
Oh, yellow. Sorry.
Lavender's May.
Like a chick.
But and of course December is the only multicolored month that is a red and green month. But the point is,
that's not the point.
I thought for sure that when I got on there, because I said submit 3 things about yourself, he'll ask you about one, and I thought for sure he was going to say, you color code your months. Tell us about that. But he didn't. Pat Sajak. He said, you're on a morning radio show. And I said, yeah, I'm on a morning radio. He goes, is it wacky? I said, oh, my God.
Yeah, with the Zoo Crew.
I wouldn't believe how wacky it is. Zoo Crew, this and that. So he has, I think they choose one. It's only one thing on Pat's card. I think the guy's behind the scenes. So Pat, the story was that the guy had lost his toe.
But he hadn't.
But he hadn't, and he wanted to say thank you. But if he put it down as one of his 3 interesting things, and the behind-the-scenes guys chose
this is the best this guy's got.
Yeah. What were the other 2?
Exactly. What were his other 2 stories?
I like to hang pictures on my walls.
I like chocolate goo.
That was my third. That was my third thing. And by the way, Dave was saying Pat is now he thinks he's rallied a bit. He's carrying the mantle for Alex Trebek, who's passed away.
I do.
I think it's harder for the host of Jeopardy because you can have a guy win 25 games in a row, or in Ken Jennings, 75 games in a row, and each night there has to be a quick little
You've got to
chat.
come up with something new every night.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune contestants are only on once. Then, then they're gone. Yeah, so it's one thing. For Jeopardy, I mean, Alex Trebek had to talk with Ken Jennings 75 times while he was on that show, so it's not easy to do.
Well, at some point you can start talking about the streak, the winning streak.
Right, exactly. And that's what he did.
That does help.
He did start doing that.
Going back to this wheel clip, the latest wheel clip, does the guy actually say, I don't know why I'm saying this, at the beginning of his story?
Or was it him or was it Pat that said, I don't know why? I think it's Pat.
Why am I mentioning this? But it's on your card. You had your big toe chopped.
Why am I mentioning it?
Let me hear the guy then.
Okay, all right. He said, but it's on your card. You had a toe.
Why are you telling this?
Yeah, it's important to know that when I was 12 years old, I was...
So it's the opposite.
It's not important to know.
It's not important.
Well, Pat
it's important to know that I lost a toe, and I didn't.
Well, Pat didn't think it was important. He did.
No, I don't. I think Pat was right, and it was pointless.
I thought Pat was rude. He didn't have to say it was pointless. They chose the story. The behind-the-scenes guys chose the story.